This thing just here. Oh, this is just ridiculous, but I love it. Cue the music. So first up is Wooden Entrance. This is by BK Mods, 4.83 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it, as you can imagine, under decorations. Now, this is going to be starting off of your farm, let's face it. So at the end of your driveway, end of your farm track, whatever you're going for, put it down there. Obviously, you drive through with your tractors. Jobs are good. I mean, it's got plenty of space. You know, it's nice and high, so you're not going to get caught on anything. Yeah, very nice. Right, next up is Manure Heap. This is by Martin CZ, 2.78 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it, as you can imagine, under silos. And I've got 3 different versions here. So first up, we've got 15 grand. That's going to give you 4 million litre capacity of the old stinky stuff. We then got 30 grand. That's going to give you a 8 million litre capacity, and the big one on the end is going to cost you 45 grand, and it's going to give you 12 million litre capacity of the old stinky stuff. So fair enough. I mean, you could come down, whether you like a bucket, wheel loader on your front loader, whatever, dig it out, or you got your loading into your trailer option just there. I mean, they're looking all right. The old detail, you know, a bit of the concrete work's been falling off. You see a bit of the rebar behind it. Yeah, very nice. Next up is Forestry Machinery Haul with Workshop. This is by HR Force and Fagzeugbau, 8.16 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it, as you can imagine, under sheds. Now, we have got some customization options here. So first off, we can put a solar panel on the roof, and then you can also change the colour of the sidewalls to anything on that pallet. Well, to be fair, anything you like, let's face it. So once you've got it down, I mean, obviously, it's a tall one. We're just going to say that. So open up that door like that. There we are. And once you're inside, plenty of space for tall machines. Although if you can get it through the door, you should be right. I'm just thinking anything really tall. I mean, I suppose you could open up something that's quite tall. All right, fair enough. The workshop trigger over here. Now, there is some options on the top there to put your chainsaws down. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 spaces for your chainsaws. All right, fair enough. Then by the door, we've got the old light switch. Turn it on. Well, that's outdoor lighting. All right, so they're on right now. Okay, so we turn it off. All right, fair enough. I mean, there is one there as well. Just, you got to get it right. So you got on shed lights inside. There we are. And right next to that is the outside one as well. So just bearing in mind which one you're going for. But, all right, you got to store plenty of stuff in there. Right, next up is Product Distribution. This is by NASA B82, 18.39 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it, as you can imagine, under production chains. Now, there's a few different versions for this, and I'd say it's probably one you're going to want to go for, and that's this one we got in front of us. So it's going to be doing all of the distributions within this pack. So you're going to be doing your buffalo, well, your water buffalo milk, your wool, goat milk, normal milk, honey, and eggs. Now, you can get individual ones if you fancy going down the individual route. So if you've only got like a chicken coop sort of thing, you could put one. Oh, that's water buffalo. You wouldn't be putting that down for chicken coop, but you get the idea. If you've got single products, say like that one for instance, if you've got goats and sheep in the same place, you know, you might want to put one of those down, and then obviously that one for your chickens, so on and so on. Now, I would say put one down, because I tried it earlier on, and they sort of send stuff to each other. So you've got your loading in point just there. You've got a pallet spawn point just here, which I'm not quite sure what it's for, because if the website says if you have it on storing, it will put the pallets out the front. Now I tried it on storing, didn't get no pallets whatsoever. But all right, fair enough. So the options you're going to have there are obviously to store it. It'll store it within the little van. We'll just call it that anyway. Then obviously you can sell it straight off if you want. Oh, come on, there we are. You can then put it as selling, so it sell it straight off when it gets to the hour. Or you can have it distributing, which is what I've done, and it sent it straight to our little dairy that we put next door. Great, no problem. So, you know, if you've got a dairy the other side of the map and you think, you know what, I can't be bothered to drive all the way over there, well, put one of these down, chuck your stuff in, job's a good one. Now, there is a few other things as well. If you go into the old mod menu, and we'll come down to the old section, it's going to be down here under the name of the productions as well. So was it production? There we are, product distribution. So in here, we've got a few transport options. So we've got the MKS8, the MKS32, the Abbey 550, 1600, and you can also buy pallets of the milk. So the buffalo milk, the normal milk, and then the goat milk. You can get them in up to 8 at a time, and they're liftable, which is all right. Or if you fancy just taking to the facility yourself, entirely up to you. Now, they're not just going to do the milks, they're going to do pretty much everything. So they're going to do your oils as well, and your grape juice and methane, which is all right indeed. And they come in a great chrome look. That is awesome. Oh, I do like that. I mean, entirely up to you. I like the little van. I mean, it's got the indicators going, it's ready to take your stuff away. That is awesome. Right, next up is Big Garage. This is by Gamer HZS FSH, 10.88 megabyte in the download, and you're going to find it, as you can imagine, under sheds. That's going to cost you 35 grand to place down, and obviously it's a garage, shed, workshop, storage, whatever you want to call it. You come up to the doors, you open them up, jobs are good. I mean, there's plenty of space in there, not a problem with that. And then you come through this side, a little bit of a lower ceiling on that one, but you know, you're not going to struggle. Well, we'll just say that anyway. That being said, once you get outside, nicely designed. All right, fair enough. Can we go into this bit? No, we can't. So it is just those two sections there. I mean, it's got a little bit of a overgrown look. I mean, you've got a bit of ivy growing up there by the old drain pipe. Well, that's looking good, that is. Right, next up is Universal Crusher. This is by Kygo Modding Emperor Loop, 22.02 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it, as you can imagine, under production chains. So first up, we've got the Crusher itself. That's going to cost you 75 grand to buy. You then got the Refining Factory, we'll call it that anyway, Silicon Limited. So that's going to be costing you 100 grand to place down. And potentially this could be a nice little money maker. We'll just say that anyway. So the Crusher itself, you're going to be putting stones in and water, and then you're going to be getting out, potentially, we've got pallets here, we've got some industrial sand, we then got some play sand. So that's going to come out on pallets, and the other stuff is going to come out in loose form, so come out that pipe just there. So obviously you load your stuff in just there, and your water as well, and you got your production chain menu round the back just here. So iron ore production, lime production, ore production, sandbags, and you can also do a bit of wood chipping if you wanted to. So you got your inputs are going to be sandstone, water, and wood. Now I say sand as an input, it's made here, so you're going to want to basically put those as distributing, so it sends it back into itself once it's been made to go on to the next product. Right, no problem. This is where it goes a little bit interesting, because you've got the old production chain for the Silicon Limited, where you can make copper, gold, and silicon. So you take your stuff out there that's been refined by the crusher, chuck it into this one, and we'll go down this side because your loading in point is this hatch marking area just here, and then round the back, well, depending on where you put it, your production chain menu is down here by the steps. This could be interesting. I'm going to show you why. We've got here a pallet of copper, a pallet of silicon, and then a pallet of gold. Now the copper there, 1,000 litres. So that's going to get you, if you sell it off, I mean, to be fair, I mean, look there, we can sell it off on normal sell points, which is great, 26, 27 grand. Awesome. You then got your pallet of silicon, also 1,000 litres. That's going to be selling off for about 23, 24 grand a pallet, whatever one you're going to be, well, whatever sell point you're taking it to. We've then got the gold. Now, according to those prices there, for 1,000 litres, you're going to get 24 million. 24,300,000, 24.9, about that, 24 million per thing. But it's only a 10 litre pallet. Now, I've done a little bit of calculations, and I'll make that out as 243 grand for this little pallet. So I'm going to go and get a forklift truck, and I'm going to see it at the sell point, see what we actually get. We are going to need a forklift truck for this one, because let's face it, we can't pick them up. So the gold itself, 250 kilo for that pallet. So that's 2.1 ton for the old silicon. And then we've got 10.3 ton for that copper. I mean, I know it's metal. 10 ton, the one pallet. Right, let's get this pallet of gold. We'll see what it sells for. Right, so here we go. 10 litres of gold. I mean, if my maths is correct, we're laughing. We are laughing. Right, so we're going there. There, we'll drop it down. There we go. What we got? 249 grand. A little bit better than I worked out. Oh, that's some decent cash. That is some decent cash. I mean, don't get me wrong. You are going to need a lot of stones, because obviously you've got to put it into the old crusher first, and then let it do its thing, and then distribute to the old Silicon Limited for 200, let's say 250 grand for that one 10-litre pallet of gold. That is brilliant. Right, next up is Old Barn. This is by Patty. 4.55 megabyte in the download, and you're going to find it, as you can imagine, under sheds. Now, it's going to cost you 10 grand to place down. You do have the option to change the colour if you fancy something a little different other than white. So you go for whichever one you want on that pallet. No problem. Place it down. Job's a good one. I mean, you've got a nice big opening at the front, which is all right. Plenty of space inside. I mean, it does feel like there's an upstairs. And if you look at it from the outside, you could potentially get like a small hayloft in there. Maybe. I mean, there is no way of getting up there, mind you. I mean, you have got a light switch just here, so turn the lights on. That is all right. Fair enough. I mean, American barn style barn. All right, no problem. And next up is Wooden Garage. This is by ICAS, 3.47 megabyte in the download, and you're going to find it, as you can imagine, under sheds. Now, it's going to cost you 10 grand, and you do have the option to change the colour of the walls. So we go into there, click on Customise, and you can pick from any one of those. If you've got the unlimited colour mod on, jobs are good, and you go for whichever one you want. Fair enough. Now, standard, it comes with the brown wood. You've got quite a little patio chair, little barbecue. Oh, yeah, get a bit of barbecue on the go, that's all right. We'll open up this door. There we are. And then once you're inside, it's a little bit of a shed. Fair enough. Fair enough indeed. And we have got this little side door, this little man door in there. That is all right. All right indeed. I mean, I like that. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's a wooden shed. It's a shed made of wood at the end of the day. But, you know, just sometimes they just look all right indeed. Very nice. Right, next up is Thatched House. This is by Gamer HZS FSH, 7.38 megabyte in the download, and you're going to find it, as you can imagine, under farmhouses. Now, it's going to cost you 30 grand to place down, and you've got your sleep trigger and your wardrobe trigger right by the front door. Obviously, as the name suggests, it's a little cottage with a thatched roof on the top. Now, we have got this ladder that goes up here, a little stepway sort of thing. We would have thought that maybe that would have allowed us to go into the hayloft as such, but no. You can't get in there. It's just for decoration. But as a decoration goes, I mean, the plasterwork's looking all right. I mean, the plasterwork's looking a bit dishevelled a little bit, mind you. But I get the idea from it all. It's looking all right indeed. So you're going to go for that a little bit of a rundown look. All right, fair enough. Right, next up is Field Silo. This is by Team LTW, 1.23 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find him under, as you can imagine, silos. Let's face it, name gives it away. So we've got quite a few different versions, actually. We've got the small one, which is going to be 5,100. Then go up to a slightly longer one for 8 grand. Then got an even longer one for 11 grand. We've got a wide one for 21 grand. And then this is where it becomes interesting, because they're supposed to be having a concrete floor. I think this is going to need an update, and we'll certainly come back to something else in a minute. So we've got the same sort of thing again. So 19 grand for the small one, 31 grand for the medium one. We then got 41 for the long one, and then the wide one is 76.5 grand. Now, yeah, whilst we've got the concrete slabs that are not appearing, which I think is going to need an update, I put 20,000 litres of chaff in here. I've given it a bit of a run over with my tractor quite a few times, and it's still saying compaction 0. Yeah, for a bunker silo where you've got to compact the chaff so you can put a blanket over the top, it's not compacting. I think it's going to need an update, but once that's done, should be all right. Right, next up is Stone Logistics Centre. This is by Omega Mods, 21.93 megabyte on the download, and if you fancy doing that bit of gold panning from the previous mod, this could be one for you. You're going to find it, as you can imagine, on the production chains, 45 grand to buy, and then once it's down, jobs are good. So you have got the option of putting stones in, you know, go into just there. Then we'll come around this side. To be fair, it's a little loud once it gets going. You've got your taking out pointer stones there. You've got your production chain menu just there. So you don't actually need any stones. It's going to make them for, I'd say make them, it's going to dig them out the ground for you. So look at that recipe. 0 stones in, 1,000 stones out, 1,200 cycles per month. I mean, I ran this for 1 month overnight, and I got 971,000 litres of stones. So if you need somewhere to get your stone on, ready for a bit of gold panning over there, This could be one for you. And next up is New Holland 850 kilo weight. This is by STV Modding, 1.55 megabyte in the download. And as you can imagine, it's going to be found underweight. Now it's going to cost you £1,000, and obviously, as the name would suggest, it's going to weigh 850 kilo. You do have the option to change the colour to any one of those if you haven't got the unlimited colour mod on. And it has got a trailer hitch on it, which is all right indeed. So if you need something to keep the front or the back end of your tractor down, this should sort you out nicely. Well, next up is the Lizard Silage Fork. This is by Sully, 3.31 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under Wheel Loader Tools. Now, it's got a 5,000 litre capacity, £3,000 to buy, and a £250 optional extra because the standard version is for your telehandler. Right, so why not just put that as the standard one? But all right, you can have a Q-Fit version if you're going for your JCB shenanigans, or the wheel loader version. Now, it is going to be doing some other stuff as well. You can do your manure, your grass, your silage, your chaff, your straw, and your hay. So it's not just a silage fork. It's going to do a few things. 5,000 litre capacity. That is all right indeed. And next up is Tree Planter and Forestry Shredder. This is by Yogadim, 1.68 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under Excavator Tools. Now, this is it's an interesting two jobs in one. So it's a tree planter and a tree cutter downerer. And I put my teeth in. That's going to mount to your old excavator with the old fast coupler. It's going to cost you £60,000. Right, so you got your main colour, it's going to be that bit. And then you got your design colour, which is going to be that bit. Now, if you come out of there and you click right stick in, if you're on Xbox like me, obviously you're going to go with your old excavators and you can put some tree saplings in. So that's what we've gone and got. So we've got your old excavator there like that. We're going to... I'm not good at these. Right, so can we tilt that forward? Come on, when you're ready. A bit closer. Ah, there we are. Right, so attach it up like that. Right, so we want to tilt it forward like that. There we are. We've got a little pallet of tree saplings just there. We're going to refill that. That is a great animation. I remember, did this come out on 22? That is awesome. It just spins round, puts some more saplings in place, and then away you go. Right, so let's go chop a tree down. Well, see if we can chop a tree down anyway. Right, so here we go. But a pit stop. Right, if we tilt that, but no, lift it up, tilt it backwards. You can actually create a field if you wanted to. Lower it down like that. There we are. We can do a little bit of ploughing. I mean, it's not going to be massive, mind you, but yeah, you can. And then once it's down, obviously you drive along, and it's going to be putting some little saplings in the ground, which is great. Now, it's showing on the website that you can actually, well, it's in all transparency, it's showing that you can actually do, well, get rid of some tree stumps. I want to see if we can actually get rid of a whole tree. So if we get it round like that. Oh, it does. Look at the state of that. That is awesome. What about if we lower it down? It's just getting rid of... It's just gone. And then the whole tree's gone. Oh, that was easy. Oh, I like that. Does it do bushes? That's just trees. That was easy. I mean, that just... Let's do this one as well while we're here. Come on, let's just... Can we get in? Can we get in fit? Oh, no. It's the tree branches in the way. That was so easy. And get rid of that tree. Oh, I like that. That is awesome. Well, next up is the Vicon Fanex 904. This is by Hispano, 7.66 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under Tedders. Now, it requires 80 horsepower from your tractors, got a 9 metre working width and a 9 mile an hour working speed for £16,500 to buy. You then got your option to change the main colour, and that is going to be doing all of those bits. If you ever fancied a pink Vicon Tedder for you, this would be right up your street. I mean, 9 metre working width, that's not bad at all. Right, next up is the Fuhrmann Trailer 14,500 litre. This is by Hispano, 6.53 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under grape trailers. And as you can imagine, it being under grape trailers, it's only going to do grapes, but it's got a little trick up its sleeve. So it's going to cost you £47,000 to buy. As the name would suggest, 14,500 litre capacity, but you can change it. So you can go up to 200,000 litres of grapes. I mean, you're not going to be shy with that, though, are you? That is loads of grapes. Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. You then got your main colour, which is going to be your main colour, as you can well imagine, to be fair. No, I like that one, actually. What was it? The old pressed aluminium, brushed aluminium, whatever you want to call it. That is looking good. Design colour, again, is going to be doing the frame underneath, and then your rim colour is obviously going to be the rims. But 200,000 litres of grapes. That's ace. Right, next up is the Samson Flex 2023. This is by Hispano, 13.89 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under Manure Spreaders. Now, this has got a 22,900 litre capacity, 200 horsepower requirement for your tractor, a 24-metre working width, and 11 mile an hour working speed. It's going to cost you 85 grand to buy. You have the option of Trelleborg, Michelin, Vredestein, and then back to Trelleborg on the tyres. I think it's interesting. We've got the big ones at the front, small ones at the back. All right, fair enough indeed. Now the capacity, 22,900, 200,000. Why not? Why not go for 200,000 litres of the old stinky stuff in the back of that? You're going to be smashing out fields, no problem, without having to be filling up again, which is all right indeed. You then got your main colour, which is obviously going to be your main colour. You then got your design colour, go over green. It's going to do the little bits there. Interesting. We'll go with that again. We'll go over red. There you are. Just like what? The walking floor on the bottom. All right, fair enough. Design colour again. Do you know what? We're going to go with a blue so it stands out. Going to do those bits. And then your rim colour is obviously going to be your rims. That being said, 200,000 litres of the old stinky stuff spreading it out on your field. That's ace. I'm going to stick with my stinky stuff for the next one. So we've got the Kotte Garant FRC 55. This is by Hispano, 3.2 megabyte on the download. And you're going to find it under Slurry Transport. Now, if I'm not mistaken, wasn't this one from the Pumps and Hoses DLC on 22? Sort of looks very familiar, but all right, fair enough. 55,000 litre capacity, as the name would suggest, 70 horsepower requirement for your tractor, and a 33.5 grand price tag. You can then change the tyres. You've got your Trelleborg, Continental, and then Trelleborg again. You got your capacity, which can go 55,000 to 2 million. Dear, oh dear. 2 million litres of digestate or slurry. That is awesome. I do like that. I mean, you're going to be smashing your fields out. No problem. You then got your main colour, which is going to be your main colour. You then got your design colour. We'll go for blue. Let's go with that. It's going to do the, well, it's going to do the top of the pipe at the back. All right, fair enough. And then your rim colour is obviously going to be the rims. But 2 million litre capacity. I mean, just bring this down the side of your field. You can have any size field you like. And you're going to be able to do it in one pass. That is awesome. Next up is the Pöttinger Jumbo 10,020. This is by Hispano, 30.08 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under Forage Wagons. Now, it's got a 46,600 litre capacity, 250 horsepower requirement from your tractor with an 11 mile an hour working speed, and a price tag of 123.5 grand. You then have the option of Trelleborg, Michelin, BKT, Vredestein, and then back to Trelleborg again. There's a couple of different options on the go. Then we've got some wides if you go for Michelin's. They're looking all right. Silage additive tank, yes or no. Going to be putting that on the front. You then got your main colour, which is going to be those bits. You then got your design colour. We'll go for blue. It's going to be those bits there. You then got your design colour again. We'll go for red, so it stands out. It's going to do those bits. And then your rim colour is obviously going to do your rims. I'm not quite sure if this blue and yellow combo works, but 46,000 litre capacity. Not bad at all. Right, next up is the Annaburger Fieldliner HTS31. This is by HT Modding, 14.97 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it, as you can imagine, under trailers. Now, it's got a 55,000 litre capacity and a price tag of 105 grand. That 55,000 litre capacity, we'll just hold fire on that a minute because we can change it. You can then go for a standard silage. You then got the silage and grain version. And if we back out a little bit, it's going to be doing all the grains, let's face it. So you're not going to be short on that one. It then goes up to 155,000 litre capacity, 255,000 or 555,000 litre capacity on your silage and grain. 500,000 litres. Why not? Why not indeed? I mean, obviously, go for that. You're going to be all right, no problem. You've got your tyre brands, you've got your Michelin, Vredestein, and then Michelin again. Cover, yes or no. Oh, that's putting a nice little Perspex cover on. That's all right. Chassis colour is going to be your chassis, as the name would suggest. You then got your main colour, which is going to be, we'll go for grey. It's going to be doing those bits. And then your rim colour, oh, we'll go chrome. Why not? It's going to be your rims. But 500,000, more than 500,000, 555,000 litre capacity. That is all right indeed. And next up is the Köckerling Allrounder Flatline 600. This is by Hispano, 14.8 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under cultivators. Now, this is going to require 250 horsepower from your tractor. It's got a 6 meter working width from 11 mile an hour working speed with a 51 gram price tag. You can then change the wheel setups. You've got your standard, you've got your wide tyres, or standard. Oh no, wides, they're looking all right. I like that. Then you've got your main colour, which is obviously going to be your main colour. Your design colour is going to be doing those bits, and then your rim colour is obviously going to be your rims. You know what? The red and blue looks all right. Maybe it's like a special edition Spider-Man version. All right, fair enough. And next up is the Kinze Mach 261. This is by Hispano, 10.03 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under disc harrows. Now, this is going to require 390 horsepower from your tractor, 8 meter working width, and 11 mile an hour working speed with a 72.5 gram price tag. You can then change the tyres. You get your Trelleborg, Michelin, BKT, Vredestein, and then Trelleborg again. You also have your brands. You can have it as a Kinze, a Degelman. Yeah, it is Degelman. And then back to Kinze again. So you've got those two different versions. If you go for your main colour, we can actually go for that one. Makes it the Degelman. All right, fair enough. Then your rim colour is obviously going to be your rims. All right, get a bit of disc harrowing on the go. Well, next up is the Kroeger EAd 14. This is by DW Modding, 10.14 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under dollies. Now, this has got a 55.5 gram price tag if you don't go for the fenders. But we got to go for the fenders because you have one or the other. So it's 55.5. Well, it's 56 grand to be fair, with the optional, not optional fenders. Because you got the half ones, which is going to cost you 500 extra, or the full ones, which is going to cost you 800 extra, but that's the only two options. Right, fair enough. And then the other option is going to be your tyres. You got your BKT, Vredestein, and then BKT again. And you've got your standard 2s in there. I'm not quite sure why they do that. If that's the base equipment, just have that as the base price. But all right, fair enough. Next up is Lizard Container. This is by DMI 20mm Normandy, 2.74 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find them under trailers. Now, you are going to need some sort of IT runner system, hook lift, whatever you want to call it. Obviously, it's going to lift it up on the back of your trailer. Jobs are good, and you can obviously move stuff around. So this one has got a 35,000 litre capacity, a 2.5 gram price tag, which is nice and cheap. And then you've got your main colour, which is going to be obviously your main colour. Now, if you're thinking 35,000 litre capacity is not really big enough, well, they've got a bigger one for you. I say bigger one, 45,000 litre capacity. So a little bit bigger, but 45,000 litres is all right indeed. So 3.5 gram price tag, and again, you got the colour option. But to be fair, I like the look of that. You got all the dents down the side. This has been used. This has been well used. I mean, it's not brand new. That is looking good, I must admit. Right, next up is the MBP 6.5 trailer. This is by Tomek, 34.65 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under trailers. Now, it's got a 5,400 litre capacity, 7 gram price tag if we don't have the optional extra. There we go. So that's your standard version. So you do have the configuration and capacity. So 5,400 litres, 9,900, then back to your 5,400. Although to be fair, that is giving you an optional extra. Oh, hold on a minute. We go for, so we started off 5,400, 9,900, and back to 5,400, then back to 9,600, then back to 6,500, 6,400. All right, so we've now got a bale trailer, and then back to the original. So we've got a few different versions on the go in there. All right, fair enough. So different potential, different sidewalls, opening sides, silage trailers, bale trailer. Right, no problem. We then got your wheel brands. So we've got whatever that is. We then got whatever that is, and then that, and then back to that one. All right, fair enough. I mean, you got some. Well, I say you got some. It's different tyres, styles anyway. And they're all saying standard. Oh, that's now we're on standard twos. All right, fair enough. We'll carry on. Spare wheel, number 1, number 2, number 3. Being said, go back to number 1. So number 1's there. Number 2 is that. Number 3 is missing. Number 4 is just the carrier cage. Number 5 is nothing at all. And then back to the original. Okay. Tipper type. So we've got number 1. Zoom it around the back. There we are. So we've got number 1, number 2. It's doing something a little bit at the back, but all right, fair enough. Sidewall type, number 1, number 2. Just give a little bit of different design on the go. Front back wall types, your number 1, number 2. All right, fair enough. Chassis colour, we'll go for red. It's going to do the chassis underneath. Your hub colour, we'll go for yellow. It's going to do those bits. You've got your lower base colour, we'll go for green so it stands out. There we are. You then got your upper base colour, we'll go with that blue. It's going to do that bit. You then got your fender colour. All right, that's, I would say mud flaps, mind you, but okay, fender colour. Then you got your rim colour, which is obviously going to be your rim at the end. Now, obviously, this is a little base trailer, not a problem. Swivel axle on the front, drive forwards, it's a lot easier. But this is not the only one in the pack because we've got 4 other things. So first up, we've got a fertiliser and herbicide tanker trailer, whatever you want to call it, 3,600 litre capacity. Obviously, going to be doing the both on the old transportation. Pretty much the same styles as before, but okay. I mean, you have got the old sticker types. You've got number 1, number 2 on the side like that. All right, fair enough. We've also got a water trailer. So 6,000 litre capacity on that one. Pretty much the same sort of options as before. We then got a diesel trailer. All right, fair enough. 5,000 litre capacity on that one. And then on the end, we've got an actual silage trailer. So you can't put normal grains in it. You're going to be doing just your silage shenanigans. So your hay, your grass, your silage, your chaff, that sort of thing. 12,000 litre capacity. It's going to go up to 16,000 and then back to your 12,000. So if you like that sort of style of trailer, I mean, swivel axle on the front, drive forward, it's a lot easier. I'm terrible at reversing these. These should be right up your street. Right, next up is the Lizard 6T. This is by Matthias Hupelo, 5.87 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under trailers. Now, it's got a 10,000 litre capacity, 75 horsepower requirement from your tractor, and a base price of 4,300 because the actual standard version is that one, the old bale trailer. Right, now we're back to the original, the base version you can get. So you can have it as a 10,000 litre capacity, you can have it as a 6,000 litre capacity, and then back to your bale trailer. We've got your BKT, Lizard, and then BKT tyres again. We've got some random claws or standards on the front ones. All right, fair enough. Your main colour is going to be the main colour. Your design colour, we're going to go for an orange. It's going to do the old labels on the front. And you've got your rim colour, which is going to be your rims. Now, if you're thinking, even if you've gone for that 10,000 litre capacity, and you're, I don't want to load directly onto the ground or into a silo. I want to, move it into a different trailer. You need some sort of auger wagon shenanigans. Wow, they've got you covered because they've got the 6T auger. 10,000 litre capacity is the only capacity on it. So you're not going to get the smaller version. And obviously, you've got the colour options before. £5.5 to buy, offload into a different trailer. Why not? Right, next up is the Jeantil TP 1824. This is by Universe Simu Modding, 9.95 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under trailers. Now, it's got a 9,500 litre capacity, 44,200 to buy, and there is no options. But that being said, I think this could be like a rival to the old crampy half pipe. Yeah, nice chunky tires on the side. Looks like it's got a low height to it as well. It should be able to get into like low buildings. Very nice. Right, next up is the Fimaks FMV 16F. This is by KRKZ Modding and Fimaks AS. 15.65 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under Animal Wagons. Now, this has got a 16,000 litre capacity, 30 grand price tag, and the options are going to be your Trelleborg, BKT, Raderstein, and then Trelleborg again on the tyres. Got some wides in there as well, although to be fair, they don't look much wider than the standards. But, if I'm not mistaken, Fimaks, or however you pronounce that name, isn't that a new brand to the game? I mean, it's by KRKZ Modding and Fimaks, however you pronounce it. So it does look like a brand collaboration. New thing. That is all right indeed. Right, next up is the FTG FB15D. This is by Rimvis, 23.83 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under Wood Transport. Now, this is going to cost you 11 grand to buy, and obviously it's a little wood transporter with a crane on the back. But what's good about this is it's got a car trailer hitch on it. So you could potentially take, the Skoda? Yeah, get that out into the woods, move some logs out of the way. All right, fair enough. Now, if you think that little forwarder trailer was a bit too small for you, well, HR Force and Fahrzeug Bell's got you covered because this is the Ponsse forwarder trailer, 53.01 megabyte on the download, and obviously you're going to be finding it under Wood Transport. A lot bigger than the previous one. So 25 grand to buy. You do have the option of Nokian, BKT, Trelleborg, Olesfors, and then back to Nokians again. If you do go to the Olesfors, you obviously have got a colour option further down. You then got your chainsaw holder, yes or no. You know, somewhere to keep your old chainsaw. Stanchion colour, we'll go with a blue. It's going to do those bits. Claw colour, obviously going to be the claw. Hose protection colour, do you know what? We'll go with an orange. Going to do those bits. Your Olesfors colour, we'll go with that. Going to do that. And then your rim colour is obviously going to be your rims. Now, if you're thinking, do you know what? I don't want the standard bunk on the back. I want a clam bunk. Wow, they've got you covered. Because there it is. The old Ponsse clam bunk trailer. Obviously, you know, it's a little bit different, I suppose. You know, you just close the claw up and it holds it into place rather than just being on a trailer. It's entirely up to you, but same sort of options before. Pick your colour options. Jobs are good. So if you're into your forestry shenanigans, these should be right up your street. Right, next up is the CLAAS Xerion attachments. This is by Kenny456, 48.69 megabyte on the download. And you're going to find him on the wood chip. Well, the first bit's on the wood chippers anyway, because obviously that's exactly what it is. Obviously, it's going to mount onto the front of a couple of different tractors. We'll come back to that in a minute. 45 grand to buy. It's going to require 120 horsepower. And you have the option of main colour. It's going to be that bit. Then you've got your crane colour, which is obviously going to be the crane. And then the grapple colour is obviously going to be the grapple. Now, if you're chopping up trees, you're going to want something for it to go into back of. Great. Well, we've actually got 4 different things. So first up is going to be the old wood bunk trailer, whatever you want to call it. Now, you've got 2 different versions here. We've got one for the Xerion and one for the saddle track. Now, it is kind of important you pick the right one that it goes with. And these ideally have been designed to go with the Giants version, the old saddle track and the Xerion that has been brought out in the past. Whether they work with other ones, that's time to tell. Right, fair enough. So we've got the old wood bunk, so with the old crane on the back, same sort of thing. You can have an option of crane, yes or no. Just have a standard wood bunk if you like. That's not bad. And then we've got the old dump body on the back, so you could potentially use this as not just a forestry thing. You could just have whatever in it because it's going to take all those different crops. So again, you got the Xerion and you got the saddle track version. And I'll show you what I mean by the old picking the right one. So I've got the old saddle track. So if we're back into this one, so this is the Xerion version, which is interesting because that shouldn't have attached. All right, so that's on there like that, so that works fine. Okay, so what I said based on what is written on the website is wrong. We'll soon find out. So this is the other version, and that's the Xerion saddle track dump body, right? Okay, fair enough. And then we got this one here, which is, let's back into it, the Xerion dump body. This is the saddle track. Have I got a CLAAS Xerion? This isn't the Giants one there. That's the thing that's probably not going to work with it. But all right, fair enough. Yeah, if you've got the right ones, you should be golden anyway. Obviously, you have this on the back. That's great. You're also going to have the old crane wood chipper on the front. Now, this is going to obviously chop up the logs when you chop them in the chuck them in the front of it anyway, and then away you go. You got the crane on the side. That's going to be moving the old logs into the front bit there. So if we was to turn that on, turn that one on, obviously you bring all your logs into there, you put the pipe into the back, jobs are good. Alright, fair enough. Next up is the 2019 Deutz Series 9. This is by Rednex Mods, 46.15 megabyte on the download. And it's something else indeed, I must admit. Now, it's got a 295 horsepower engine, 40 mile an hour top speed, and a 200 grand price tag. We can then change a few things. So we can go up to 312 horsepower. We can then go to 336 horsepower. Then get a chip-tuned version of 465. Well, I say chip-tuned, it just says chipped. And then we go for the next one, the Boss Hoss, 3,100 horsepower. Because why not? Why would you not want that in your field? I mean, the website does say not for farming, but all right, you know, if you've got a big implement on the back, 3,000 horsepower is going to do you nicely. We've then got Trelleborg, Michelin, Mitas, Continental, BKT, Vredestein, Nokian, and then Lizard. If the big horsepower was not enough, we've actually got giant LSWs. Because, why not? Fair enough. You can also have, with weights, you can then have crawler track on the back, you can have crawler tracks all round, or you can then have giant crawler tracks on the back. So if you didn't fancy LSW giant tyres on the back, you can have giant LSW tracks. That's what I'm calling them anyway. Fair enough. Then got designs. You can have your standard or your warrior version. Bull horns, yes or no? Obviously. Ah, dear, oh dear. Beacon lights. You can have a double bar. You can have left, right, a small beacon in the middle, or back to nothing. Then got your skull eyes. So you can have them as red. Man, why would you want red eyes on a skull? But all right, fair enough. Green, purple, orange, blue, toothpaste, pink, and then nothing. Daytime running lights, again, it's going to be the same colour options as before. Front loader attacher, so you got quickie or nothing. Then you got your main colour. To be fair, we've got the old Java green. It's a chrome green. Why would you want anything else? Look at it. Look at it shining in the shop. That is awesome. You got your rim colour. Have we got Java green in here? We'll go with green gloss. Oh, it does them as well. It doesn't always do it with the tracks, but that's awesome. I like that. Now, here we go. Oh, look at the state of it. I mean, we'll turn it off. Right, look at the front there, right? We'll zoom in. Just the eyes. The eyes on it. That just looks mean. That just looks so mean. We've got the giant tracks on the back. And to be fair, I know it's got 3,000 horsepower, but this goes. Oh, we'll put the old beam on the top because we're going to need it. Because this, right, 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, we're off. And we're... Whoa! Dear. Actually, can we roll it? I mean, we've got giant tracks on it. Can we roll it? Yep, we can. Oh, we're going. Keep it going. Can I land it? Come on, keep rolling. No, now we're stuck. Now we've got a problem. But that's... alright, maybe don't go that fast. But that's awesome. Oh, I love that. I love it. Next up is the Lizard 4100. This is by Vicon Mods. 8.38 megabyte in the download. And you're going to find it under small tractors. Now, this has got a 45 horsepower engine, 15 mile an hour top speed, and a 4.5 grand price tag, which is not bad at all. You then have the option of wheel setups. You got your standard. You got your light rear weight. That's a difficult sentence to say. Heavy back weight, and then front weight. And then light front and rear weight, heavy front and rear weight, spoke tyres. All right, fair enough. And then number two again, and then back to your original ones. All right, fair enough. Then you got your grid. So we got yes or no. We're going to put that protection on the front. You can have a roof, yes or no. You can have a weight, yes or no. Puts that on the front there. Exhaust, you got your standard. You then got exhaust number 1, which turns it from chrome to black. You then got a chrome longer pipe. We then got a black longer pipe. We then got a chrome really long pipe, a black really long pipe, and then back to the original. You got your main colour, which is obviously going to be your main colour. Your design colour is going to be the roof. Your rim colour is obviously going to be the rims. Now, old school tractor, this sounds brilliant starting up. Oh, that's awesome. I love it. Also, I mean, it sounds great, don't get me wrong, but if you do RB and right stick left and right, there we are. Open sesame. You can go and sort it out. I mean, it's a 45 horsepower engine. Not going to be a lot of sorting out, but you've even got the alternator spinning around. Oh, that's ace. I mean, easy access to your battery. That's always good. Oh, I like that. Old school role play. This is going to be a winner. Brilliant. Next up is the Case Puma 185260. This is by Waffle. 19.48 megabyte on the download. And you're going to find it under medium tractors. Now, it's got a 224 horsepower engine, 31 mile an hour top speed, and 189.5 grand to buy. You can then change the engine output from 224. You can then go for the 245, the 260 horsepower, the 271, 302, and then back to your 224. So 302 horsepower is going to be your top version. Then you've got your Trelleborg, Michelin, Continental, Mitas, BKT, Raderstein, Nokian, and then Trelleborg again. And you've got the usual shenanigans on the go, twins all round. Not bad at all. Panorama window, yes or no. That's going to be on that side, isn't it? So we are. So we've got no, we got yes. Interesting. Didn't seem to do a lot, to be fair. I mean, it's on the roof. Oh, it's the roof one, right? Fair. I mean, panorama window is normally the one by your right shoulder, but it's actually the roof one. But all right, fair enough. Then you got your front loader attachers. You got your quickie. You got your Hauer or nothing. Then you got your colour. So you got your base colour is going to be red or black. Not bad in the black, actually. You got your interior. So we'll go for a yellow. It's going to do, wow. Oh, no. I think I have to change that. Looks like someone's been sick in the inside of my cabin. We'll go for black, actually. Oh, that's better. That's a lot better. Seat colour. Oh, we'll go for grey. Why not? It's going to do, well, it's going to do the middle of your seat and the old passenger seat. But okay, fair enough. Seat surround. Oh, do you know what? We'll go for blue. There we are. That's looking pretty good. Grid on the front. So we'll go for red. It's going to do the grid. You then got your rim colour, which is obviously going to be chrome. Because why not? I mean, that, to be fair, I'm not sure. I mean, that red on the front definitely does stand out. But all right, fair enough. Smart for the day is the Fendt 600 Vario Gen 1. This is by Paul. 46 megabyte on the download. And you're going to find it under medium tractors. Now, it's got a 149 horsepower engine, 24 mile an hour top speed, and 171 gram price tag. You can then change. Well, I say change. You can keep the 149 horsepower and a 40 kilometer an hour top speed, or a 50 kilometer, or a 40 kilometer with 169 horsepower and a 50. Then you've got 189 horsepower with the two different speeds. You then got 209 with the two different speeds, and then back to 149. So 209 and a 50 kilometer an hour top speed. Not bad. Then you got your Trelleborg, Michelin, Continental, Mitas, BKT, Raderstein, Nokian, and then Trelleborg again on the tyres. We've got your twins all round as well. That's not bad. Usual suspects in the old tyreage department. You then got your wheel weights. You got your standard. You got your flange, your 300 kilos, 600, and then back to your standard. Although to be fair, I do like the fact that it starts dipping in the shop. That's all right. And when you take them off, it just like pops back up. Oh, I like that. Then you got your lines. You got your power setting 1, power setting 2, power and set power. You got power setting 2, power plus setting 1 and 2, and then Profi setting 1 and 2, and then Profi plus setting 1 and 2, and then back to your power 1. All right, it just seems to be trim levels. To be fair, doesn't seem to be doing much else than that. But all right, fair enough. Beacon lights. So we've got no, we've got left, we've got right, we've got both or nothing. Warning signs. So we've got yes with the LEDs or nothing. Panorama cabin Visio plus. There we are. There we are. So this is what I was saying about the last one. So normally the panorama window, well, I suppose it might be a Fendt thing, but okay, fair enough. So you got on the door there, you got your standard cabin, panorama cabin Visio plus with a door or not. Fair enough. Design lines, you got your standard, you got your chrome exhaust, or yes, and then back to your standard again. Then you got your roof terminal, so you got yes or no. Let me put that little screen there. Then you got your spring holder on the front, yes or no. Then you got speed decals. This can be around the back, isn't it? Got yes or no. Well, we could take that off. All right, fair enough. You then got your lights. So you can have some halogen ones. You can have some hood lights or LEDs or LED and hood lights or back to saying that those they haven't got lights in. They're just above the 3-point normally. So you can have them in. They actually now look like eyes. Dear, oh dear. All right, fair enough. I mean, I probably would go for ones in there. Just breaks up that little. That just looks a little bit weird if it's just straight up plastic covers. But all right, fair enough. Front PTO, yes or no. Then you got front loader attachers. So you can have a Fendt, a Quickie, a Hauer, or nothing. You got your main colour. It's a Fendt. We've got a Black Beauty in. It'd be rude not to. Then you got your roof colour, which is obviously going to be your roof. But to be fair, I think we're going to have to leave it that colour. It'd be wrong if we did. And then you got your rims. Again, that's obviously going to do your rim colours, but no, not for the Black Beauty. We've got a Fendt 600 Black Beauty. Oh, that is looking good. Got a few updates as well. We've got the Map Daheim by Kazi. Now, that does need a new save. We've got the Liftable Pallets and Bales by Yoss. The Lizard 379 by Sloitches Modding. The Massey Ferguson 5650 by Holtz FS and Wagner Gear Kamosi. The Lizard Road Rage by Vectorman. The Refined Wood Chip Sawdust Factory and Fuel Production Pack by Mr. Dex. The Multi-Fruit Farm Storage by Anthix. And the Barn with Cowshed by Radix Games.